Flosstube, Crafttube. My name is Tia and you've reached my channel here at Calm Creations on YouTube. This is a little channel where I share all my crafty bits and pieces and things that I've been up to over the last week. So not a lot has been happening in the stitchy realm, but I have done a little bit. So I haven't done any travel stitching. But I will show you what I have done. But first of all, I'd like to send virtual hugs to, where are we, 222, L&S Crafts, Judith, Janine, Deb from Frog Cottage Designs, Darren, Karen, Teresa, Aussie Maria, Rainbows and Stitching, and Sue. Thank you all very, very much for your comments. I really do appreciate it, and having you come and hang out with me while I prattle on about stuff. I've had a few comments about my chair. So this is a gaming chair that I got for Mother's Day, not this year, maybe last year, and it's got a head support, you can see there. It's also got a lumbar support, but because my back side is, you know, I'm no fairy, I've taken the lumbar support off so that I've got more room. It's got adjustable handles. I got it from I think it was Officeworks, which is a local office supply store here in Australia. So that's my chair, and it comes, at the time it came in different colours, but I wanted the pink one. So I think there was red and there was plain black, and there was an orange one, but they didn't have any of the orange in stock, so I went for the pink. So that's my chair. Yesterday I was at Aldi and I saw these little cards. They're called mindfulness cards. So I thought we could open this and I would read one each week. I don't know what they're like. I haven't seen inside them. I'll try and open it without. There we go. I think I got it. So I thought I'd read one, and you know, with all that's happening in the world, I think we all need to be mindful. Last week I watched, and I've been watching for a number of years, and lots of my projects are from her tutorials, is Melanie Ham, and she tragically lost her life to cancer in February, and her husband Robert's put out a documentary of her life, and it had me in tears. It was absolutely heartbreaking. She was only 36 and, you know, succumbed to this terrible disease. But so we just have to be, you know, you just don't know when it's your time, and yeah, it just absolutely broke my heart. So it's a big toolbox, so that's good, and then the lid. So I thought each week I would pick one out and start and read it. So put that up there. This one's called Awareness. And it says listening. Several times a day, stop and listen to your surroundings. When in a safe environment, imagine your ears are radar dishes that are in tune to both the obvious and subtle sounds. Attempt listening to your environment as if you were in a foreign land. Listen to each sound separately without labeling its source. So there we go. So that's awareness. Okay, so we'll pop that one in the back and then keep those up there. Right, I've got my coffee. This is on island time. I grew up on an island and everything was island time, apart from the ferries. If you needed to catch the ferry to go to the mainland, then that was not island time, you were in a rush. So this is one of my mini Ray Dunn mugs. So, right, stitching. Well, I've sort of nearly kind of got a finish, which is, I haven't done anything on my travel stitching. I'm working on this piece with the Fat Quarter Shop, and this is a year-long sale that Kimberly's doing, and they so kindly sent me everything I needed for this project. So there's my nearly finish. So all I've got to do is some more of these little crosses scattered throughout the corn, and then it's all done. I've done all the back stitching. So I decided to do long stitch on the barn doors because when I did them originally as individual back stitches, but you couldn't really see them, so I wanted it to, the doors to pop out a little bit. So these are the barns, and I've done all the corn tassels, and but that's really cute. So I'll finish those. I struggled a little bit with those little red sprinkles because it was red thread and this fabric's quite a loose weave, and I could see the red behind, so I did the first part all individual crosses and finished off each one, but anyway, I will carry on and get those finished. I've only got like 10 more to do, and then I'll be starting on the August one, which is, what I'm thinking is I may skip August. August is the seagulls. Don't know if you can see those. I was thinking I may skip August and do September. Then when September comes around, I can display it at the same time. So that is Hands-On Design Season 2, A Year of Celebrations continues. So that is all the stitching I've done. So, but what else have I been doing? This week gone was supposed to be pandemic. I haven't done any on that yet, so I'm now behind on that, but I will, that's my pandemic. I'll put some into that this week, and then that's been done. So that is that. That was last week's. This week's is a Halloween sale with Stitchonomy. That's where I'm up to with that one. So that's what I'm stitching on this week, along with pandemic. So that's that, and then next week, I'll show you what they all look like. Next, so where are we? So that's pandemic. We know what that looks like. That's the Halloween sale from 2020. That's that one. And that's been stitched on hand dyed 18 count Aida 2/2 that I hand dyed. And then next week is going to be Mini Night Cafe by Leonard Afrimoff. And this is a Heaven and Earth Designs, so it's a full coverage. And I'll show you where I'm up to. Which way does it go? Oops, got a few random threads everywhere, but pull those out. So that is where that one's up to. So that's Mini Night Cafe. That is that one. So that's my stitching. Now, I think I spoke briefly last week about getting my grandson's quilt finished, which is Thomas the Tank Engine quilt. So I managed to get that finished. Pause over here. That can go over there. So that's his quilt all done. So this quilt pattern is free on the Spotlight website. Oh, I can't even think what it's called. But oh, it smells good. I've washed it. And I just decided to machine quilt it, so I just did some basic straight line stitching, and I put the binding on by machine. I didn't bother hand stitching it. I just, you know, wanted to get it done. So that's all done for him when he comes. What else? What else? Oh, my knitting. I've done a little bit on my crochet blanket, which is the chevron one. So I'm part way through adding another black band on. So I've done 1, 2, 4, I think I've done 5 rows. So I need to do another 3 of the black. So that is that one. That one's such an easy blanket to do. If you can count to 11 and do a single crochet, you can make this. If anybody's interested in making one, I can maybe do a small tutorial. Just let me know in the comments if that's something. I mean, there's so many videos out there on how to do it, but that's that. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to tell you, but I can't remember. I haven't really got much haul. Got a big day today. We're going to hit the op shops this morning and see if we can find some bargains. And then this afternoon my youngest daughter's having braces put on. So she's a little bit nervous, but she'll be fine. Which is... yeah, that's this afternoon. So not a cheap exercise, but you know, has to be done. So that is what's happening in my world. But apart from that, I think that's everything. I'll probably turn off the camera, and then there's 5 other things I forgot to tell you. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Oh, that's what I was going to say. This weekend at Spotlight is 12 days of summer. 12 days of sewing. So I was asked if I'd like to do the demonstrations at work. So if you're near a local Spotlight, pop in and see what they're sewing. So I'll be making 3 projects over the 2 days at work. So yeah, pop in and see what the team are up to, and yeah, so I'll have those projects hopefully finished by next week to show you what I've made. But other than that, I don't have anything else, I don't think. So I hope you have a wonderful crafty week, and I will see you all again next week. Bye.